How do I start?
Whenever.
So I'm pretty sure we've like all like just like watched a person like the way they act and we're just like, what the hell are you doing? A quote by Yogi Berra says, "You can observe a lot just by watching," and I agree because I think like when you like watch someone, like it can kind of tell you about their character for one, and also like by watching like it can also teach you like new things and stuff. So so first like I think it could teach you about a person's character because like I've seen a video on Twitter where like there are some students and like they choose to like fight teachers for no reason, like they try to get into arguments with other students, and I think that like it shows a lot about like the type of person they are because when you're watching them, like it kind of shows that they're troubled kids and like they're probably going through something, but then like it's the choice they make that like shows like who they are as a person. I myself have witnessed like some dumb things happen over like my lifetime. Like in middle school, well, my friends were flipping off my middle school teacher, and so I was watching them and I was like, damn, what are you guys doing? But then like next thing you know, I started flipping her off too because I was a little annoyed by her. And but then I think it shows a lot about your character. I mean, as a kid, I was kind of troubled, like I was a troublemaker, and so like it just shows that like your character is based off your actions, and like you could watch, like by watching someone you could tell. Another thing is like by learning things by watching, like you could watch television, and then you could learn new things while you're watching it. You could learn life lessons while watching almost anything. Like when you're watching Netflix, like there are some like movies that could teach you about like life and like just like other things in general that can like help you better yourself and stuff. So to conclude, I agree with the statement by Yogi Berra saying that you can observe a lot just by watching. Because I feel like by watching someone you could tell like it shows a lot about their character and who they are as a person. And by watching things like television and all that, like other people, like it kind of teaches you like it could teach you like moral lessons and life lessons, like everything. So yeah. Right.
How you save those? Souvenir for the day.
Somebody says that a lot. In the middle. I hate that one. This one? Yeah.
All right, Edward, you got a lot of nervous movement at the beginning of the speech, and you need to come in a little bit more confident. You're kind of tugging at yourself and pulling your shirt and kind of moving around. Relax, it's just us, calm down. And you're better as you go along, so yeah, I think that helps. So, once you get going, you seem to settle down a little bit. So, but try to do that at the beginning of the speech too, so it doesn't start you off on the wrong foot for your presentation. You have a tendency to look down while you're speaking. You look up occasionally, but most of the time you're kind of just looking down in front of us while you're giving the presentation instead of engaging the audience. Now, some of these people, I understand why you would do that with them, because they're not all that friendly. But most of us, we're pretty friendly. We'll look at you, and we want to be engaged. So, kind of try and make a little bit more eye contact. I could see there's a structure in the presentation, so you've got that part down right. I could hear that you had a thesis statement. That was pretty good. Your supporting material is just a little bit thin. The first one I wasn't sure. I mean, kids antagonizing their teachers, and then you're talking about one time that you did this yourself, and that sounds like it's part of the same point, but maybe it's a second point. That got a little bit confusing, and even then it was still vague as to what was going on there. I thought you did a little bit better as you went on, but I know it's tough trying to think of those things. You'll think of a dozen things in the next 10 minutes that you said, oh, I could have said that, I could have said that. And I think you had a pretty good finish, except that you have the well, yeah, sort of bailing at the end. So stick with your thesis, and that'll be fine. All right, thank you.